Hello, thank you for checking in with my YouTube channel. Today I am Father Steve Summers, and this is my brief daily message of hope and inspiration on this first Sunday in the season of Lent. I hope and pray that your day is already off to a wonderful start and that even now you're filled with hope and inspiration. And if not, then maybe I can help you a little bit this morning. I've been talking to high school students over the last 5 or 6 weeks about the importance of the decisions they make. And with each decision, there are components within those decisions that can either lead us in God's direction or take us in another direction. And we, all of us, and in particular high school students, hear competing voices in their heads telling them what decisions to make. And one of the points I've been emphasizing is actually in our first lesson at the Mass this morning. All over the world, Christians are reading about the temptation of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden and the role that the serpent had in renegotiating with Adam and Eve the promises that God had already given to them. And the point I've been emphasizing with my students is that God always gives. God knows our needs, and He gives to us as we need. Satan doesn't give. Satan negotiates. And people negotiate deals with Satan all the time. I'm going to be talking a little bit at Mass this morning about one of the most popular TV shows in South Korea over the last year, a TV show called When the Devil Calls Your Name. And it has to do with someone who makes a deal with the devil. Now that's a theme that goes through especially Western literature for at least 500 years, starting with Goethe's Faust, and even going back before then. The Southern mythology in the U.S. Has all sorts of stories about blues musicians like the great Robert Johnson from the 1930s, who made a deal with Satan. And the point that I emphasize with my students is that God gives us what we want and what we need when we need them and as we ask Him in accordance with His will. Satan cuts deals. Satan negotiates with us. In the gospel lesson for today, Jesus is in the wilderness being tempted for 40 days and 40 nights after His fast by Satan, who basically tries to get even Jesus to renegotiate. Jesus was on a mission from His Heavenly Father to save the world and to save the souls of all those who live. His mission was truly the holiest of all. It's a mission that still reaches to us today and has power for us today. But even Satan was trying to get Jesus in the wilderness after His fast of 40 days to renegotiate. Satan was looking for Jesus to obey him rather than God. And indeed, that's what my students hear. That's what we all hear from Satan. He wants us to obey him and listen to him. That dark voice that whispers in our ear is coming from the one who wants us to ignore God and to do what He says to do. The evil one is always trying to renegotiate with us, but we don't have to listen to him, because with us, every minute of every day, is the God who loves us, who has already conquered Satan. There is no fear in Him anymore. We belong to a God who has defeated him. The dark angel is simply the dark angel now. When he comes whispering in your ear, have Jesus answer that call, because Jesus always gives to us according to His will and our needs. Satan just wants to cut a new deal. Don't do it. I hope you have a blessed and glorious day today. God bless you.